Okay, so is Will Howard the man? He might be. Second series, third series of this Oregon game, Chip Kelly went more pro style, away from the power spread of the first series. And Will was up to the task. We're going to take a look, though. I still say he's better at the power. He's improving. It's not the perfect, but it's definitely good enough, especially when you have incredible talent like JJ at receiver and Egbuka. And again, what adjustments is Oregon making? Because, you know, they definitely made adjustments in the second and third series, but it wasn't enough, and they still kept looking for that run game. They were looking for the offense that they saw in the regular season. They must have thought that Tennessee game was a mirage, or that Day was going to, come out with something different. But, they overthought it. They overschemed it, which is interesting because that's what Ohio State did the first game. It wasn't that we weren't doing enough blitzing. We overthought the whole thing. And maybe the season, maybe Day overthought this, like being so careful about being ready for the playoffs. Of course, if Ohio State wins the national championship, then everybody will say, shut up about that. It worked. But, okay. But let's take a look at Will Howard here in the second and third series and what Oregon was doing. Okay, so second series, what does Ohio State do different, if anything? Go more pro style. They went more to their just pro-style passing game. Same thing they're doing, though, is keeping with the pass. What is Oregon doing differently? Still looking for the runs. Look at these guys. I mean, I know this is run eyes, man. They have their eyes in the back. They're waiting for the run. It was a complete mistake of strategy and scheme by game plan by Lanning. Looked at the Tennessee game, had to study that film, and said, you know what, that was an aberration. They're going to go back to their conservative run stuff. Don't be fooled by that. They're going to try to, I think he kind of out-schemed himself. The first game, I kept saying Knowles sort of out-schemed himself. And in some way, we can say for the whole season, Ryan Day out-schemed himself by saying, I'm not going to do much until the playoffs. Wow, on offense, keeping it down. But in this, I think this is Lanning kind of overthinking all of it. Wow. So anyway, bunch set. This is a total pro set right here. Okay, little motion. That's a pro style. The tight end, Scott, goes out wide. They just got burned by him to start the game. So now we're concerned. Look at this guy, man-to-man. Safety comes down. It looks like a 3 match, or it's either off coverage, one man. I'm not sure. Because that guy followed that guy. I feel like it's man-to-man. So it's just like, but look at the cushion now. After one series, you know what this tells me? And I don't know if Zach would agree with this. Zach Smith, Menace to Sports, great stuff, goes through every play of this game. But what this tells me is you're now, shitting your pants. You really weren't prepared, is what Lanning was saying. And because you're like, if this is man coverage, oh my God, they're really off. That's why I'm not sure it's not 3 match. I think it's 3 match, to be honest. But then again, this guy, when you see a guy follow a guy like that, that usually means man. So he must have him man, and he has him man. Actually, I think it's man. That's what Zach thinks it was too. So it's really loose stuff. They're really scared from what the first series has really scared them. Yet, their linebackers are still looking in the backfield for run. So anyway, Will Howard, 3 shuffle steps back, okay? We have a smash route over here and a levels over here. And it forms like a triangle, as Zach points out. Actually, it's really cool because this is really the West Coast offense right there. See? He shows it right there. This guy does a dig. This guy does an underneath. And the running back pops here, and you got a triangle. And that's the Bill Walsh. That's the West Coast offense. This is really a West Coast. Over here is a smash route. Guy goes in and out. Guy does a corner. Okay? There's nothing crazy. This is you got to have the timing. Will Howard. Let's see how his timing is. Anyway, the throw is a little late because it should have been thrown already. And look at this, wide open, JJ. Okay? But it was a little late, so now he has to run almost to the sideline and make an incredible catch, as you see him up in the air there. Okay? So, and of course, we can celebrate how incredible JJ is. Yeah. Ohio State fans have known this since the spring. But, okay, so we see the motion. The guy's yelling. Maybe they were going to do another, and they went into man. I don't know, one man, but whatever. Okay. This is just purely watching Will. He's not even going through all his progression, I'm pretty sure, would be flat, then corner, and then go from right to left, and then go over here to the dig stuff. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Looks to the flat. Now he's looking to the corner, and he's hitched. He just did an extra hitch. And you may say, oh my God, really? Yeah, oh my God, really? Because in a West Coast offense, there's so much timing and it took too long. Now, is he getting better? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like the shuffle drop. Here, watch. 1, 2, 3. And kind of a shuffle, then a step, then a shuffle. I don't know, whatever. He can clean that up. But then, you know, the extra hitches he does a lot of, he takes too much time a lot of times. And they'll maybe clean that up in the NFL. But then the pass isn't bad at all. It's just late. And now it has to be so far to the sideline that he has to make sure he doesn't throw him out of bounds. And then just a great catch. The corner, that corner, it wasn't a cornerback. Actually, Zach called it a cornerback. This was a nickel who went out on the tight end. He literally almost makes it all the way back here because Will's so late. But anyway, so great play, great catch, and not bad by Will. I'm not putting him down. I'm just saying, he's not best in the West Coast offense style. But now we come out here, do like a quick snap. They were huddled and they raced and did a run. And again, run eyes, dude. Now the difference is the first series, Oregon was really uptight on the run eyes. Okay, tight in the box. And now they're backing off, yet still have run eyes. That leaves a lot of opening intermediately. So but even the last one, they got a deep corner route on them by that hit him just because JJ's a great receiver, basically. But here, look at Botcher just come flying in there, linebacker. Can see it better from here. There he is. And of course, Zach nails this. This is like a pin and pull. These guys are supposed to pin these, and these guys are pulling around. It's a G, a guard, and a tight end. It's a GY scheme out here. And this is a cutback because they all, look at the snap. Look how they all race to the other side. Right here, boom. They called it right, but a little late because we did a quick snap. See, a little late. This is great little subtle stuff Chip Kelly's playing around with, and a lot of it in pro style too. You know, it's pretty wild because he was such a power spread guy. And so they're over here. If Carson Hinsman, 75, blocks back like he's supposed to right here, this is a nice little cutback hole. But it's not there because Botcher comes flying down. So the big takes from this, Oregon's looking run still, wild. But now they're backed off in the secondary. So intermediate should be open, right? And then also, had Hensman just did this right job there, we have a big gain anyway, which is scary to say that, we come in with a quick snap, we do a little pin and pull action. It's just, this maybe was why Oregon was so scared of our run game, but they needed to be scared of the pass game. I'm telling you that I think Texas is going to be more ready and prepared, and I think people are underestimating them. Doesn't mean we're not going to win. I mean, we play this kind of play call, and look at the play call. Now Chip Kelly, what I said in my intro, like that he's going where they ain't. Now look, now we're going to do a little, this is all the West Coast offense. Look how everybody's spread across the board here, And because you got a little check down, so he occupies the middle. You could even say, look at triangle, and I'm making this up sort of, a triangle, but it's this West Coast offense. So JJ's wide open. Now, why is that? Okay, here's what Oregon's doing. Now, number one, we have a little stack, and he goes in motion. This is West Coast offense all the way. Okay, now this is a cover 6, deep safety, up safety for quarters on that side, cover 2 on this side, so cover 6. Okay, way off. I think it's a 6-man. I think they're playing. No, this might be just 6. You match in 6. So whatever, match or man, it doesn't matter. Look how far off they are. This is like almost prevent stuff. That's how scared they are. Yet, still run eyes. These guys are looking in the backfield. They're still looking for run. What a bad game plan. You have to do the Tennessee game. That's all you're doing, looking for run. So we're looking for run, but now we're worried about the deep pass. Well, the intermediate's wide open. Okay? And then and that's J.J. Smith, so they're so scared about him. Now let's look at the steps here. 1, 2, 3, fire. That's how you do it. Still a little sloppy on the steps, but you get that decent. Shuffle, 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 bam. And his release keeps getting quicker. So really good stuff. I mean, Howard's really getting better at this, and that's scary too, because he was better at the power spread. Now he's getting good at this. Okay, so now look at this motion stuff. Some more motion by Chip, really spreading it out wide. Not well on one side, more wide. This is more like air raid-ish. Really air raid. It's not Bryles, anything like that, but sort of air raid because of this over here. And the motion is more pro, whatever. Little play action. Now this is set up for one particular thing. Oh no, that's not this one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play ahead. This is just a big dig here by Tate, and they go into quarters. So again, look at this, run eyes. Look at these guys ready for the run. Look at this, a blitz by the linebacker. Okay. Oh, but they're also ready for the pass, but they're getting back deep. Again, it's a man court. I know it's just quarters, and it's kind of loose. No, it's not that loose. It's pretty good. Good job by the safety coming up here. Okay. And this is where Will sort of, and Zach points this out, check down there, check down there. You know what I mean? And he just, and if you watch it from this angle, he really locks in on this one receiver. And it makes it easy. Watch. Steps, 1, 2, 3, lock, throw. The guy's all over him. So this is why this isn't his best style. Again, get Will on the move a little bit, do more option stuff, get him to get that ball out quick, distribute, quick game. But he's getting better for sure. Now we've got the 3 wide, the trips to the side, okay? And again, Zach's so upset about the pass route. The job by the receiver here. That go to his site for that stuff. He gets real detailed on the receiver's technique. But I'm more like, they got this covered. Okay, so what are they doing here? This is more like a 2-match, or 2-man actually. It's probably 2-man. It might be 2-man or 2-match. We didn't do anything intricate to make me know that. But I think it's probably 2-match, because you see this guy's going to run with the guy in the middle, if I'm correct. Yep. And when you see 2-match, you got to watch this right here, okay? And this is what Chip's doing. So Chip's looking, so this one, he went run game, intermediate. I would have said keep on the intermediate because they're really backing out still, but they're coming up a little bit on the quarters. So he wanted to take a shot here. Didn't work out. And again, they didn't have BURCH last time. And look at this guy right here. In the first game, BURCH wasn't around. Watch this with BURCH. Boom. Fryer's on the ground, and he makes the tackle on Will. And Will had a lot of running room. So having BURCH back, Oregon was a better team this time. That's what's scary about all this. But okay. But no, Will did the right thing here. There's nobody open go. He's not the quickest dude. He can run fast, but he's not quick. But BURCH is one of the best. Okay. So now we finally come out here. Look, it's another like air raid spread almost here. Nice spread set. And this is set up for one guy. What did I just tell you? Did they go back into 2-match again, I think, here, if I'm correct. Yep. Here we go. Watch it. He's going to go with them, like I showed you on the last one. We got a touchdown, friends. Oh, got it wrong. I jumped the gun again. But isn't that cool, though? It was already setting up. Maybe... I'll be damned. The 2 safeties kind of jumped on him quicker this time. Again, look at this guy moving up for run. They're still looking for the run. And now they're starting to come up. They're starting to come up on the match again, like they like to do. The 2-man or the 2-match or the 2-press. 1-press, 3-match, all that stuff. So again, we're gonna see BURCH again. Watch this on Fryer. Look at this. Boom. So, yeah, that's a mismatch. Okay, now we finally get it. Here we go. I guess they got a first down because Will got out of there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Nope, still not here yet. So even though they've been coming up, he wants to go back to a quick game here. Okay, and Will's a little slow. 2, 3, too much hitching around. I guess he was looking to the outside a bit here. And he had JJ down here too. They're just scared. What is this? This is like a quarters again, but it's a backed off quarters. It's almost becoming cover 4 instead of quarters. Safeties need to be more aggressive than that. They're just scared, and they're kind of backing off. So good stuff by. We can see how slow Will is here. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Boom. It's not bad. Just a tad slow. It's not bad. He's better. He's better at this now. And now... Oh, that was the start of the second series. Sorry, guys. That was the start. So, no, he didn't get it. They kicked a field goal, or they punted it on the second series. This was the first play of the first series. Okay. So, yeah. And I love this. So Chip had time to think about it. He saw that deep middle on the 2-match. So he thought about it, right? Comes out with a little hitch to start, but they're getting a little more aggressive again now. Did you notice they know what they're doing more now? See how they know what they're doing? They're still looking at run, but now they're ready. And so they had a bad game plan to start, but now they've made a couple adjustments. They're matching up a little more now in the two match and the quarters. So they're putting two safeties back more now. Okay, and then here they drop one down. They're looking at that run again, but it's second and short. And we were able to get a couple yards for a first down. Again, a lot of guys coming in on the run here. Again, there was this guy, Ciravel, did not kick out well on this counter. Okay, this is just a counter. He didn't kick it out. This guy's a real strong I have to say his name, number 10. And then, he bounces, but he still gets to first. Okay, fine. Now here we go. This is it. Here is finally what I'm talking about. The two match. It's all set up. There's Egbuka in the middle. Brandon, look at this. We've seen this a couple times now. And this time the safeties stay out too wide because we're going verts on the sideline as well, pulling the safeties out. Uh-oh. So you pull the safeties out. We just saw this the last series. Chip saw it too. So here we go. Here's the adjustment. By the way, they used tempo in this third series. So he went to tempo. That was the difference. Oregon backed off in the second series, started to get a little more aggressive in the third series, but they're still doing the same thing, looking for run, but dropping into zone more. But they're getting a little more aggressive with their match. And then they're scared about JJ and the outside stuff right now. And then boom, Egbuka, we forgot about him, right down the middle. And Zach Points makes a great point here where Will throws a decent pass. Could have been a little further out, but you don't want to overthrow this, so that would have stunk. And it's not horrible coverage. The guy was catching up. And Egbuka just lets it drop into his breadbasket without putting his hands up. Or that DB would have put his hands up. That's absolutely correct. And yeah, Egbuka is fantastic. We've sort of lost that with all the JJ stuff. So you got two great receivers and one really good one in Tate. And a decent tight end. So anyway, how is, again, we're back to Will Howard. How is he in this pro style? Okay, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, bam. That's how you do it. And he could have put a little more air and deeper, but whatever. That's more details again. But that's. I'm not going to complain about this. But Egbuka did keep his hands down, which really made this work. Right there in the breadbasket. It's just. And that's the thing. Will Howard didn't come here. We never said he was Peyton Manning, but he needs to be He needs to be the best of Will Howard, and he is right now. And then with these great talent around him, this is what you get. And look at the culture. This is why I think Texas is going to be a much more formidable opponent now. And I think people are underrating them. But look at these guys. Look at these guys. Everybody's so on key together. There's so much. I don't think that's going away this week. I don't think they're suddenly going to get cocky. They may have a letdown. I'm worried about that a bit. Like something you'd see in the second half, And then we could end up blowing a lead or something. But this looks really good. This camaraderie, this culture right now looks great. And the talent. Okay, so that's a wrap. Now, you saw it. Will's getting better. And that last touchdown, he was spot on. Shuffle, 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 fire. And, of course, he has great receivers. Is he putting the ball exactly where it should be? Is he throwing exactly on time? The last pass was on time. The rest of them, not so much. But just a little bit off. It's not horrible. It's actually pretty good. And the receivers are just incredible. Egbuka with the basket catch instead of putting the hands up. And JJ, leaping up out of the stadium. So, and then, of course, Chip Kelly, the old Francis Schmidt, go where they ain't. You're gonna, what was the adjustments by Oregon? Because they didn't know what they were doing that first series. They were so confused. Second series, they were more on it. But what they were still doing was looking for that run game. But now they were backing off two safeties, either in quarters or two match. And in two match, as I showed you in the film, you can get burned right down. You can get burned by cover two in anything down the middle. But, even in two match, you have a guy following Egbuka, and he was a nickel, Brandon Johnson, but wasn't good enough. And Chip saw this in the second series, and then he fired that play. He had already kind of experimented running guys down the middle, and then he did it in the third series, and I showed you that. So, again, Texas, I believe, will be better prepared. And so Chip Kelly's going to have to be at his best like this. The game plan, the play, the schemes, and then the play calling. And then on the other side, Sark versus Jim Knowles. And this is all going to tell the story. Can Texas keep it close enough?